Good day, collective. It's your girl, Sade Rose, coming to you with today's word. Are y'all like caught up? And it just seems like, it might be seeming like time is kind of like going by so fast. You have people who are like rushing you, or it seems like just the pace of life is always rushing you. You always got to do this, you always got to make a decision with that. You have to be over there and you have to do this, and there's just like all these different tasks that you have to somehow figure out how to do them all at once, and you're getting to a point of like burnout where it's like no matter what you do, you always seem like there's something else to do, and it's starting to affect your mental health as well as maybe your physical and spiritual well-being. Well, if that's the case, this message is for you. Peace, be still. Real talk, y'all. All praise to the Most High God. Love to the Mother. Today's word is you better slow down to do right. As much as it is tempting, y'all, this life, this digital life, everything's at a click. You don't want to, when you are looking through your phone scrolling, you don't want to look longer than 3 seconds. They're saying is the the time span for people on TikTok. YouTube is longer, but like everything is like I need to have it right now. And because everything has become I need to have it right now, a lot of times we are rushed to do things, and it not isn't necessarily for our best. Like, when we are rushing, we don't have time to really focus on doing things right or doing things thoroughly or even finishing things, right? We can make mistakes. A lot of times, y'all, like when I get rushed and I feel chaotic, it like jumbles my mind and I start getting confused, and I notice that I make big mistakes, and like I end up spending more time trying to fix whatever it was. I should have just slowed down to really think through and been deliberate and been thoughtful. That would have led to a better outcome. And instead, overall, I end up spending way more time like having to fix it. And then, I also get confused. Like, when I'm rushing, it's hard for me to kind of keep track of, okay, I got to do this or I got to do that, because I'm trying to do too much, or I got too many people pulling me a million different directions saying you got to do it right now, right now, right now, versus me being really thoughtful, mindful, and intentional about where is my best, what is going to be the best use of my energy and where I exert myself, because I know I can't be all things to everyone. Sorry, you can't be. You have to be mindful and intentional. And also, it can cause a lot of chaos when we're moving fast. Have y'all ever noticed, when, you're like, it's chaotic because you're rushing? It can also lead you to step out your character. Like, there are certain people I know when they are rushing or they are feeling like they have to hurry up and do something, they have to hurry up and be on time, they become irritable, they become angry, they become frustrated, they'll lash out. Because it's this anxiety about always rushing to the next task. Like, y'all, I have to tell y'all, when I see people driving with road rage and like there is a red light at the end of the block and they're like going 60 to speed past me to stop at the red light, I'm like, what are we rushing for? And I've seen some crazy things happen because people are rushing. This is the whole pace that's been set for us in this society today. That I've seen situations where someone's been so impatient trying to pass me on the highway, they end up getting an accident right in front of me because they're rushing to slow down at an intersection or whatever else. Like, we have to slow down. We will have better results. We will have deeper connections, and we'll have long-term success versus the instant short-term possible gratification. Because I'm telling y'all, a lot of times when I rush to get to my destination, when I rush to get a result, I always seem to have to do more because whatever I rushed to do wasn't done thoroughly. And so I have to spend more time. And so then it becomes a rush to try to fix it to the next step. So it's really important that we are present in the moment. And that even though this world, at the pace that it's moving, especially now that a lot of us are remote, wants to rush us, we have to really take that time. Everything good, as far as I'm seeing, takes time. Eating well takes time. Making sure that we give our bodies self-care takes time. Making sure that we take time to be intentional and mindful, that versus always running from one task to the next like a hamster on a wheel, takes time. In the morning, at night, whatever time you can take to have that mindfulness. It will take time, but it will lead to better results. And it will help your mental health. All right, y'all, you hear me? We are burnt out because we are like hamsters. And we're always rush. Peace. Peace be still, y'all. Like, for real. We got to stop. We got to slow down. And we can do it if enough of us start living our lives and saying we're going to be more intentional, more mindful, more deliberate, more slow to act so that we can actually save time and not be spending our time doing meaningless tasks that just get us to a destination for us just to go keep on doing it with never really ending the task that we started in the first place. I promise you that we're going to have better results. And, you know, and taking time also, again, when I mentioned about how it can take you out your character, it, like, you don't want to turn into, you know, an unpleasant person to be around because you're constantly tense and uptight and in a bad mood, because you're always seeming like you're getting ran down, because you're always rushing to something and never accomplishing anything. And when you're rushing like that, you will end up compromising just to get something done, and it won't be done well. But also your integrity starts to lose. You start to lose your integrity as well, you know, when you're rushing like this. Because, you know, when you are moving with deliberation, intent, you're using your intuition, you're using your discernment, your integrity is intact. No matter what's happening, no matter who's rushing you, no matter what they're trying to jam down your throat, you still will have, like, you know, I've done that before, y'all. I've been in a situation before where I had somebody rushing me on a very important decision, and they wanted me to make that decision right where they wanted me to make it. And I was like, no, I'm not. And I didn't, you know, I was like, whatever consequence will come as a result of that, I'll deal with it. But I was like, no, I'm not. I don't care how important you're saying it is. I'm going to take the risk, and I'm going to take the time for me to pray about it and to meditate it and think about it. And because I did that, I avoided a potentially serious situation that could have had far-reaching implications. And it ended up, once I inserted how I wanted to proceed and I did process that, it ended up working the way that it was supposed to. And the person that was putting all this pressure on me just folded into it, and everything was all good and okay. So really, truly, don't let anybody run you. Don't let anybody push you into making a decision fast. Like, take the time to do it right for yourself. And then, like, start applying that to every component in your life, whether it's your personal life, in your relationships, right? Deeper connections. Take the time to listen to your partner. Take the time to listen to your kids. And do it right. Whatever you're supposed to be, like, intentional, set off, like, take the time to do it right. Professionally, same thing. Spiritually, same thing. For all of, you know, old subscribers or followers, thank you so much. I love y'all. I really do appreciate your support. Anyone new, please like, share, comment. Y'all, please let me know. Like, can you please, like, just take a moment, slow down before you swipe. If you've made it this far, you already are like doing something here, okay? You slow down enough to actually listen to the end of the message. Or you can hold that 2 times speed button to get to the end. But what are some instances where you've been rushed? What are some of the things that you've done in your life, to slow down, to live a life of intention, to be more deliberate? Can you please put it in the comment, or can you share with me, even if it's a direct message? All right, y'all. Peace.